Hello again. Today I want to share one of my newer items. I had it for a little bit so far, but I haven't opened it just at this point. I actually got it from Mexico. Wasn't quite cheap, but they're not very easy to find in the States as of this moment. I'm showing the bottom because you can see that in Spanish it says Anos en Adelante on the bottom, so you can see that it is from Mexico, but it is the Wave 21 Professor X. As you can see, he's got quite a significantly big box that he has to be in because of his wheelchair, hover chair, whatever you want to call it. Of course, they put him in the box standing up, which is, I don't know, it's kind of sad for him, but he'll just fall right out once I open him up at some point. In the side, they've got the little X-Men comic that they normally have. First issue, Professor Xavier's X-Men from the beginning is the one that they used. So, as you can see, he's kind of doing his little mind telepathy kind of move with his one hand. He is Series 4, 22. And on the back, of course, there's his chair completed. You've also got Jubilee and Blastaar. Dazzler says, collect them all, each sold separately. Dazzler 1, Dance Floor 0. And of course, they've got his little story. With a genius intellect and the ability not only to read minds but to control them, Professor Charles Xavier could bend almost anyone to his own accord. Using his powers for good, he tirelessly defends mutants and humans from those who seek to destroy them. The Professor's School for Gifted Youngsters serves as a beacon to mutants around the world, as well as a combat base for the X-Men. The heroic team Xavier leads with his immense telepathic powers and unbreakable force of will. So it's probably going to be still quite a bit before these are officially released in America. As of right now, I think we've I've found Wave 18 and 19 so far. None of the variants, of course. Not the Baghead Spidey or the Miles Morales Spidey, but I have those coming in either trades or sales, so luckily I'm taken care of there. I even found the Scarlet Witch from the number 19 wave, but I can already tell from looking inside the box that they kind of messed up on her left eye, so she's going to be kind of droopy when I get to her. But I am glad to have Professor X to join my Jubilee. Now all I need from this wave is Blastaar. Preferably the one with the blasting hands. Because why have Blastaar if he's not blasting? So, makes sense to me. I'll be back momentarily with him open, and maybe I'll even try and put his chair together in the camera. Alright, be back. Okay, we're back, and he is successfully released. His coat is kind of solid on him, so I thought it would have a bit more mobility from what I've seen of other people. He's got a little hole in his back. He actually, to me, looks like a G.I. Joe body, to be quite honest. Even from the little screws in his thighs. I could be wrong. I know that they've used a suited body for a I think it's a Cobra Commander SDCC figure. But, you know, if they gotta do what they gotta do, you know, they're gonna do it. But at least we have Xavier, you know. There is quite a bit of plastic that had to go into making his chair, so it's just your very basic, you know, two-piece thing. And of course, I've got some red tinting to parts of it on the outside, as you can see. Inside it says 2011, which obviously means they've had this for quite a while on their hands. Funny that most of us should see it probably more around 2013, but you know, who's counting? Only the fans. But as you can see, quite simply goes together. And of course, I want to get it nice and secure so it doesn't look kind of weird. And there you go, his chair. And as for his body, you've got the regular arm movement, as I've shown. His elbow moves all around and of course bends. His hands, of course, they move. He doesn't have any wrist movement, of course. As I said, his coat is fairly secure. So I'm not quite sure how some people have managed to, I mean, I suppose dremeling and whatnot, but I've seen some people with just like a vested suit. So maybe they've taken off the coat in that manner. Of course, the other arm is the same. And his head. And you've got his legs, which he can bend out to the side. He's got metal in the joint from what it looks like in there, because it's shining right at me, kind of like that screw is. Obviously you can't really bend his legs full out because his coat's in the way, but you know, it's not like Professor X is meant to, you know, dance around the place. He doesn't have the upper thigh movement, of course, but his knee works for you. And of course, the bottom of his foot has a little bit of up down, but beyond that and to the side, not a whole lot left to him. But there he is. You can look forward to getting him hopefully later this year. I mean, Wave 18 and 19 pretty much came out on top of each other, and of course, while people have been seeing Wave 21 since about May, come on, go in there. As far as I know, nobody has seen Wave 20 as of yet. So I'm not sure what their scheduling is going to actually be like when it comes down to it. Like if we'll see 21 before 20 or 20 before 21 actually released in the US, short of buying it from another country like some of us have resorted to. But the next wave also looks very promising. That way can get an Angel and Hercules and of course Puck, Nova, and who else? One more. Hercules, Nova, Puck, Angel, and Nightwing, I believe, is it. So without further ado, there is your Professor X in his chair and ready to go. Some people have said that he possibly has the same head as Radioactive Man. You know, it's possible, but you know, they're gonna They're gonna do that whether we like it or not, but at least they made him. Beyond that, I really like him, and I even bought a character from Avatar, which actually came in the mail today, so I can also have him in a more regular looking chair as well, so you know, this guy can just go away, and this will be Xavier's backup chair. I'd like to ideally maybe paint it silver or black, we'll see, but now Xavier has 2 chairs. Alright, thanks for watching, and coming up, I would hope that I would finally get to opening maybe the rest of Wave 18 and maybe get started with 19, but we'll see. Obviously, I just kind of tend to grab whichever figure I want open the most next, and there you have it. So, we'll see, and you'll see too next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and later.